Yo, what's up with y'all? My name is Khalil Scott, and I played a party goer in First Grade Date. The way I got involved into the project was pretty simple, man. I ran into some people, connections, networking, and throughout the business, the industry of music and entertainment, I ran into my friend Rocco, and with Greatness Pictures, it's just always been like great with me to work with people that's also like-minded and creative, and doing my first set with him at this house that he rented out and from a friend, and it just became something bigger after that. Like every production has just been greater and greater. I mean, that's why it's Greatness Pictures, man. It's like I can't even deny that like he's gonna go far. He's gonna be a billionaire one day. I'm glad I met him. It's like bumping into somebody at McDonald's and like that guy has $1 million ideas in his head, and it's like, whoa, like shooting a movie was excellent. I was in a fight scene, I was in a drug dealing scene, I was in a shootout. Man, come on, like first movie, man, I'm telling you. And be on the lookout for any other productions that he shoots. He shoots like horror films, sci-fi, fantasy, realistic crime, drama. We're going for Netflix TV series. Man, I'm telling you, this is one of the type of legendary people that you're gonna meet that's genuinely a genius in his own right. I'm talking action. That scene was nothing but drama, bro. I grabbed him up and slammed him on a table, dislocated his shoulder by accident. Dude popped it back in place, got back to it. Rocco was talking about go and cut and action, and like I'm like, all right, so we go back into the scene. Now I slam him on the table again. Then after that, we're going for punches, we're going for grabs. I'm choking somebody up. Man, they had to shoot me at the end of the scene. I'm telling you, it's at the end of the day, wait until this guy has a large budget. I became a creative person by just, exploring the world, tapping into nature, looking into art differently. I had mentors, tell me that, I should go into art and I should do this and that, but I never figured out like what pathway was for me. So I always knew like drawing was something I like to do, and since drawing's a connection to like movies and animations and video games, I just think like coming up with my own brand, Dimensional Risk Gear X, was like the thing for me. I started selling like t-shirts and stuff like that, moved into selling glow-in-the-dark skateboards, holographics, and reflective material skateboards and stuff like that, but it's never ending with me. I'm going into digital technology next. We're investing into like Bitcoin and stocks, and like I got different types of communities that I'm working with, and Rocco's about to be one of my partners with like Greatness Productions, and Greatness Pictures is something that Dimensional Rift Productions can work with, and that's one of the new brands I started with through Dimensional Rift Gear X, and DRGX is the abbreviation we're going with. Our logo is an alien. We're really just abstract and everything trippy. I'm a hippie. Like I can admit that it's 2025. If this video is going to be documented, man, I'm definitely a stoner. But at the end of the day, your mind travels any type of dimensions and parallel universes you want it to go. You don't have to stay in this realm. That's what Dimensional Rift means. It's just like exploring new possibilities, and just challenging yourself. I challenge myself by talking to people that also have businesses and, walked in the skateboard shops, people that own businesses like, clothing lines and the malls and stuff like that. When I was in high school, I took my big chance and like invested with a millionaire, and he ended up buying a section of the mall. And my projects were very amazing, on paper, but I didn't have the workforce to actually apply the pressure. So, I had to take a step back, and we lost that in about 6 months. And my business partner pulled out and, ran with his money and kept it, and, as a smart investor would, because he had his own projects, but they also fell short because of like the community. But at the end of the day, I just kept pushing forward, and I'm still looking into investing with people and networking with people. I'm running into, people that are geniuses like, Rocco. And next thing just be on the lookout for First Grade Date. Be on the release soon, coming out to you in all different types of theaters. You could download it digitally on multiple social media platforms. You'll find it, sharing the links. If you can help us share the links and promote, we would love that. We're trying to build a community on Discord and Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. One thing before I go, horror movies. We're in a rural area, in the woods, as you can see in the background. Next movie that he's trying to release is going to be The Janitor, and that is one of my favorite projects that I got to be in. And I'm telling you, horror, clashing of the vibes, drama, different types of bloody, gory effects, special effects, acting out of this world. Be on the lookout for The Janitor. Be on the lookout for First Great Date, coming to you everywhere.